Hello all and welcome to All Red. It's time, FSG. It is time for you to spend and solidify your place at the top of world football. I'm calling it out, world football. Look at yourself in the mirror right now, Liverpool, and you, John Henry. Look at yourself in the mirror. See where you're at. You're at the top of the Premier League. You're currently at the top of the Champions League table. Unbeaten, perfect in Europe. Why wouldn't you go out in this January window and tell the world we're here to stay? We are not going anywhere. Manchester City, we're not going anywhere. Manchester United, sorry guys, you're going to be sad for a while because we are here to stay, okay? It is time to spend in January, and I'm going to give you, John Henry, 3 reasons why. I hope you're watching this, John. I respect you. I think you've done a good job of managing our club since you made the purchase, almost 15 years ago or whenever it was. Thank you. You've rescued our club. You did. But now is the time. Now is the time to solidify your investment. You will reap the rewards. I guarantee it. And I've got 3 reasons why. And this is the channel that is all Liverpool all the time. It's all red. Please hit that like button and subscribe as we continue to follow and cover the best team in the entire world. It's your team, John. It's the best. It is. And we're going to keep it that way because you're going to invest. I promise. Look, your biggest rival of the last 10 years is gone. They're just gone. You have to wonder, Manchester City, what's going on in that back room? Is it the 115 creeping in? Has there been some hints? Has there been some hints from Pep and from the players in the back room about the 115? Are they coming down? Are they coming down a little hard? You have to wonder, guys. That messes with your head. If you know that you're going to get kicked all the way to League 2. They're not coming back. Manchester City is not coming back. And it's a shame that it happened this year when Jurgen Klopp was gone. But Liverpool are 9 points back. Manchester City are 9 points back from Liverpool. Liverpool have a game in hand, so that could be as much as 12. It could be as much as 15 at some point because City have to go to Villa this weekend, and that's not going to be an easy match. They lost that one last year when they were in form. So the biggest rival, John, your biggest rival is gone. They're just gone. They're being wiped off the face of the earth. Manchester City are down, and you can step on them. You can put the boot to their throat, as it were. Or as the metaphor is, you can step on them like a boot steps on an ant, I think. But the biggest rival's gone. Number 2, winning breeds new fans. Okay, John, I think you probably know this, but winning breeds new fans, especially in world football, okay? There is a generation across the globe right now. They are waiting with bated breath, looking at Liverpool, trying to see what Liverpool are going to do. Are they good enough to win the Premier League? Are they good enough to win the Champions League? Could they possibly do those things in the same season? Oh, if they do, there would be a whole generation of new fans, new blood at the club, supporting, not just in England, not just in Europe, not just in the States, but across the entire globe. Can you imagine, John, the power, the brand reach that Liverpool would have if they won? Not just this year, John, but in the next decade, a handful of times, maybe just absolutely dominate the next decade. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I can imagine it. We just need a little spend from you, Johnny boy. And then finally, the return on investments there, John, it's already been there, right? You guys came in and got Liverpool for a cut rate deal. Ridiculously cheap. This was on the clearance rack, the low clearance rack, the bottom drawer. But spending on a Liverpool, it will not be lost. There is really no, you've got the high ground here. So there's really no question mark of if we drop 70, 80, 90 million on Kirkes, is that really going to be a return on investment there? Well, yeah, it is. You've got a young left back who's going to be a Andy Robertson type for the next 10 years for you. And if you invest in the right places, now, if you value my opinion, John, here's what you should do. Go buy Kirkes, okay? That's going to be a fantastic investment for the life of the purchase, right? And then go buy Zubamendi. I think he's ready to come. You know, I think you guys were ready to buy. And now I think he's finally seen the light. He's bought into what you guys have done by bringing in arneslot. So those two, I think, guarantee one major trophy this year, just given the positions that Liverpool are in Europe and in England. And you know, you come in next summer and you don't have to do a whole lot after those two purchases in January. But, you know, you come in and you make, you know, one or two more adjustments in the summer, and you're looking really good for the next 2 to 3 years, especially since I know that you're going to re-sign Virgil van Dijk, Mohamed Salah, and I think you're going to try to get Trent to stay as well. But that might solidify you for the next 3 to 4 years, and then beyond that, as you continue to make wise decisions with the people that you've put in place, with Arne Slot, with Michael Edwards, Richard Hughes, you know, you could be looking at a decade minimum of domination, not just in England, but in all of Europe. That would give you a massive brand. That would give Liverpool the final step to being the #1 football brand, which kind of already are, but don't mind that. We can stay at the top. We can stay at the top for the next decade and beyond, John. That's a winning culture. That's a winning recipe. And that's what I would do if I were you, because Liverpool is worth it. I promise you. And I look forward to seeing what you say in the comments, John. I know you'll get into the comments there and toss it around. And everybody else who's watching this would love to know what you think. I know there's going to be a lot of people who say it won't happen, FSG won't spend. Guys, we can always believe. We can always have hope. And I've got hope that John, Henry, and FSG are going to do the right thing on January 1st.
Yeah, of course.